Make bedtimes the best times with Bookosmia's Goodnight Stories. For kids, by kids.
Srivani, a 15-year-old, writes a story The Well-Wisher about how Meera sets off on a quest to find a legendary well said to grant wishes. Along the way, she learns valuable lessons about happiness, love, and life. Decades ago, in a village nestled between misty mountains and verdant forests, there lived a humble farmer named Arun. The village of Kanchapur was small but lively, with homes made of red clay and roofs of thatch, where children played by the riverbanks and elders told stories around the fire. Arun, a man in his 30s with a kind face and a heart as vast as the valley, was known for his unwavering dedication to his small patch of land and his love for his young daughter, Meera. Meera was a curious child, always asking questions about the world beyond their village. "Papa, why does the sun go to sleep behind the mountains?" she asked one evening as they sat outside their cottage. Arun chuckled, his eyes crinkling. "The sun is a weary traveler, dear one. Each night, it returns to its home beyond the mountains to rest, so it can shine bright and warm again in the morning." Meera was satisfied for now, but her curiosity was insatiable. She had heard stories from the village elders about a legendary well, hidden deep in the whispering woods. The well, they said, held the tears of the moon and could grant any wish. To the villagers, it was just a tale to amuse children, but to Meera, it was an invitation to adventure. One day, as Arun was tending to his fields, Meera disappeared into the forest. She carried with her a small bag filled with her favorite bread and an old silver pendant that had belonged to her mother. She followed the narrow path that wound through the tall trees, her heart beating with excitement. The deeper she went, the thicker the forest became. The trees stood tall and close, their branches entwined like the fingers of gossiping neighbors. The woods were indeed whispering, though not in words she understood. The leaves rustled like 1,000 voices murmuring secrets. A cool breeze swept through, sending a shiver down her spine. She paused, suddenly unsure if the tales were true or if she had just been chasing a dream. "Who comes seeking the well of tears?" a voice suddenly asked, echoing around her. Startled, Meera spun around and found herself face to face with a peculiar figure, a tall woman with silver hair cascading down to her waist, dressed in a cloak made of shimmering leaves. Her eyes were a pale, otherworldly green. "I am Meera, from Kanchpur," she stammered. "I've come to find the well that grants wishes." The woman chuckled softly. "Many have sought it, child. But the forest is not so quick to reveal its treasures. What makes your wish so special?" Meera hesitated. "My father works very hard, and since my mother passed away, he has been sad. I want to wish for his happiness." The woman's eyes softened. "A noble wish, indeed. But know this, the well tests the heart of those who seek it. It may not grant a wish born of selfish desires." Meera nodded, determination replacing her fear. "I am ready." The woman pointed to a trail hidden beneath thick vines. "Follow this path. If your heart is true, the well shall reveal itself." Meera thanked the woman and pressed on. As she walked, the air grew cooler, and the forest seemed to shift around her. Hours passed, and just as doubt began to creep in again, she stumbled upon a small clearing. In the center stood a stone well, ancient and covered in moss. The well radiated a soft, silvery light. Meera approached cautiously and peered into the well. The water shimmered like liquid moonlight. She clasped her mother's pendant tightly, her heart full of hope. "Oh, well of tears," she whispered, "please grant me a wish. I wish for my father to be happy again." For a moment, there was silence. Then, the water began to ripple, and a gentle voice echoed from its depths. "Happiness cannot be given like a trinket, child. It is earned through love, understanding, and time. But for your pure heart, I shall offer a gift, wisdom." A single tear, bright as a star, floated up from the well and hovered in front of Meera. She caught it in her cupped hands, and it dissolved into a warmth that spread through her. She felt a sudden clarity, as if she could see into the hearts of those she loved. Returning to the village, Meera found her father worried and searching for her at the forest's edge. His face lit up with relief when he saw her. "Meera, where have you been?" Arun cried, embracing her tightly. "I was so worried. I went to find the well of tears," she explained, "to wish for your happiness." Arun kneeled down, his eyes full of tears. "Oh, my sweet Meera, you don't need to wish for that. My happiness is in seeing you safe and by my side." Meera smiled, and with the wisdom of the well now in her heart, she spoke softly, "Then we must cherish every moment we have together, Papa, and remember that even in sadness, there's a path back to joy." Arun was taken aback by her words. He realized how much he had been dwelling on his sorrow, forgetting to embrace the love and life that still surrounded him. From that day on, he chose to live with a lighter heart, cherishing his moments with Meera. The seasons passed, and Arun's farm flourished. Meera, now a young woman, often found herself by her father's side, telling stories of the well of tears to the village children. Some believed her, while others dismissed it as a tale. But for Arun and Meera, it was a story that held the secret of finding happiness in the simple, everyday moments of life. And so, in the village of Kanchapur, nestled between misty mountains and verdant forests, life went on, not without its sorrows but always with hope, love, and the belief that true happiness comes from within. Thank you.